Hello everyone, this is Dances with Rain here, and this video is an update video just to tell you guys what's been going on with me and what my plans are for the future for this channel. So I've been on YouTube for quite a while, and I haven't been as dedicated to posting videos as I would want to be, and that was mostly happening like over the past 2 years, and that was because there was so much going on in my life, and I really had to put my focus in trying to change things for the better. And my life is still pretty hectic, but part of this new journey that I'm on is about finding balance, and finding balance in all areas of life. So that includes YouTube, because the YouTube community is, a place where the YouTube pagan community, and there are other ones here as well, is a place where we all, share our ideas, share our thoughts, share our experiences, and are able to come together in that way. So I want to be more involved in that community and be able to help others even on a higher level than I've already been trying to do with my videos, because I have so much to share, and I'm at this point in my life where like I said, over the course of 2 years, I was going through a lot. It was very hectic, it was very chaotic, and I had to tap into my spiritualities, tap into my spirit guides to get guidance on what it was that I should be doing, because I kind of felt kind of lost. You know that feeling where it just seems like you can't get it right, or everything is constantly going downhill. So I've come very far since then, and it was only when I just came to the realization of recognizing the inner power and inner strength, and to stop asking for help and rather be the person who helps myself, realize the power that is within, and tap into that power and manifest change, is when things started to change for me. And I want to continue that practice and take you guys with me and manifest and evolve in that change, evolve in a way where I am manifesting change in every area of my life, evolve into a point where I am constantly living on the level of the higher self. So, and that's in my spiritual life, it's in my health, it's in, all areas of life, my studies. So, because when you think about it, it's all intertwined. The spiritual affects the physical, and the physical affects the spiritual. So it's being the best in all those areas to be your highest self, to be deity, or as the Egyptians would say, summum bonum. So that's the direction that I want to take my channel in, and I scribbled a couple of notes about different things that I want to share with you guys. So 2 years ago, so first thing I have to do is to appreciate how I've come to where I am so far. For you guys who've been watching my channel, 2 years ago, I was like, I do better than most people, but I came from really like less than moderate means, and really had to struggle a good portion of my life to get to where I am now. Like, a large family, not wealthy at all, 2 years ago, you guys saw like my little first apartment that I owned. Wasn't really an apartment. It was more. It was there was bathroom. It was like in the shape of a studio, but it was like a basement apartment in a three-family home. And that is when I was living in New York City. And it got to a point where I was grateful to have that, but I said, I could be doing so much more for myself, so much better. I had like visited my friend who lived in Florida. You guys have seen her on my channel. And when I saw how she was living there, making less money than I made, she was working in retail and I was working as a producer for a news station. And, I just saw the difference in the quality of life and the quality of living. So I had come to a decision that I wanted to move out of New York City, and into an area where the quality of life is a bit better. And I was going to figure out how to do that, because working as a producer, I had a decent salary, but just the cost of living in New York City was so high. So what did I do? I mentioned I watched a video on YouTube where someone spoke of Ilegua. So St. Michael, and then I found my connection to St. Michael. That's in one of my videos. So I decided they mentioned that they burned a candle, like continuously burn a candle, continuous meditation, like asking for this thing. So I decided to try that. I took a trip to the Botanica, got some candles, kind of did my research on, the connection between Alegua and St. Michael's, and I did that. I prayed. And, the experience that I had was so powerful when he did come down to greet me, that it was on the level of something that I'd never felt before. And I kind of understood why, you have all those people out there that practice like Santeria and this path that comes out of West Africa. And they always say, like, you should be guided through it, you shouldn't do it yourself. I did it myself, like, probably not to their standards, but just calling and feeling that connection with that spirit. And I've had other instances where people told me, like, you know what, just like for one instance, and I went to a pagan occult shop and I told her what was going on and how I kind of went to Bob, and I feel like I'm at a crossroads. And she said her candle that she was going to make for me was Iligua, and I just took that as a sign. So Jacob came down and gave me advice, and basically the advice was, you have the power. Like, you don't need me to do this. You're going to do this. You can do this yourself. So that is when I realized that I was constantly saying, I need help, help me. I want to manifest this, rather than saying, I'm going to manifest this, and this is the way that it's going to be. Like, I recognize that I'm a manifestation of God, of the goddess, and that I can create this and manifest this, So I had to change my mindset. And after having that experience, I just, set my mind on, where I wanted to go. And then I started to open my eyes more and follow the signs. So someone had mentioned to me Jersey, and I was thinking about it before. So then I said, I'm going to Jersey, that's where I'm going to live. And I came out to Jersey, and I'd see places, and I would get the signs from Alegua based on numbers. So I believe that where I'm at now, it was the third day of the month, and I believe it was like on a Monday. And then the apartment that I found, it was the third street I had visited. It was a lot of number threes, and that were coming, that let me know that was like a sign of Iligua. So I wound up getting the apartment. When I actually came into the apartment, what I did was I made myself a little like charm, and I I put the charm, when I saw it, like this third apartment, I was like, this is the one, because this is exactly what I'm looking for. Something that's like a little vintage. A lot of the homes in this part of Jersey are like Edwardian, Victorian, and they have some Art Deco, but something that's vintage. And like I knew exactly what I wanted, and when I saw this, I was like, this is the one for me. And I put the charm, I hid it, I said a prayer on the chart, and I hid it in the apartment. And I said, this, I'm going to get this one. Not, oh, please give me this one. No, I'm going to get this one. And I left my charm there because I marked my territory, and this is mine. And I got the apartment like 1, 2, 3. Approved for it. I was allowed to move into it a little earlier than the move-in date, and it was such an experience for me, and I put so much effort into it because it feels like this is like my first real stable home is what this feels like, and I'm creating it and I am manifesting it for myself. Not to say that my parents didn't provide a decent home for me, but like I said, it was a lot of struggle, a lot of hardship, and I'm kind of in a place where I can take care of myself now. I have goals and other things that I want to accomplish and where I want to be, and but this is, there are people who have to deal with so much stuff that I'm grateful for where I am. And being grateful also is good, because when you're grateful, you attract even more good into your life. So regardless of what you're going through, try to be grateful. There's always someone who's like worse off. So now I'm here. I no longer have that weight on me that I gotta get out of this situation. I have to have better for myself. I deserve better for myself. I'm here and I'm happy in my home, and now is a time where I want to evolve to the next step now. So the other thing sorry, this is going to be a lengthy video because I just have to share with you guys where I'm coming from and where I want to go to, and how I plan to get there, and anybody else who feels like they need to be the manifestor of their own destiny can join in with me. So okay, so the second thing was my job. So I had a job, I was employed. It's a big name. I'm pretty sure everyone knows the name, so I'm not going to mention the name, but it's a big name in the United States. The thing with the really big companies is that you get the name, but a lot of them, when they start you off at the entry-level positions, you're not making great pay. It's starter's pay. And I've been at this job for about 5 years. I had like pay increases, but it would be like a 2% increase every couple of years. So it was still kind of a struggle I could live comfortably, but I wanted more than being able to live comfortably. Sometimes I live comfortably, sometimes it'd be like check to check. So I wanted more. I want to be able to say, always have a reserve basically on hand where I can buy luxurious things that I want, take trips if I want to, live comfortably. So, and not only that, it was that aspect, and then there was another aspect of what I want to do in life to bring more meaning to life. Now, it's me working as a producer. It was in the news, and I went to school for print journalism, and this was still in the news field, but doing broadcast. And I've always wanted to do two things, journalism and law, and kind of be a person whose my life purpose, it feels like, is to bring awareness to people on what's going on in the world. So working in the producer role, kind of in a set, how how do I put this? A set structure where you can't really bring much change into that structure when it comes to breaking up the illusion that kind of exists, and really bringing to light the injustices in the world. When you look at news, you know, a lot of it's fluff news. I've always wanted to do lots of investigative journalism and things like that. So I just needed to go an avenue where I thought I can be able to do that, because it's my life's purpose. It's what I've always wanted to do, and I've always wanted to work in law. So what I was trying to do was to get a job in a law office, and it wasn't working. I'd been looking for jobs maybe for like a year and applying, and my problem was that okay, you know, I spoke to friends. They're like, well, you're, you know, bright, and you know, my friend was with me at the same place, and she moved from radio to TV, and she's like, she didn't really know TV, but she just moved because, you know, all you need is like a skill set. So I was trying to do that, but I wasn't getting, nobody was taking the bait. And then I got into that period again where I was like starting to get depressed again. So so much so I was like taking herbal tinctures and things like that, so because it was just so much stress. So so this was when I said, okay, people say when to use magic, the best time to use magic is when you've exhausted all avenues and you still come up with no results. That's when you use magic. I disagree. What I've learned from these experiences is that you should be using it all the time, because it's a part of you, it's a part of life, it's a part of getting what you want, it's a part of manifesting, it's a part of always tapping into your spirituality. And that was my mistake, because I was trying to figure it out more on a mundane level, rather than tapping into those magical resources and spirit guides, letting them show me what I should do. So when I got to that place of being downtrodden, that's when I was like, all right, I need answers. So I started to meditate, pray, ask for answers. And my cards told me that I would have to learn a new skill. So I took that as maybe I need to, you know, go learn some computer skills, and started taking like free classes at the library to learn more like Microsoft Word, Excel, which turned out to be a waste of time. It was like a horrible instructor. So it's like, that's not working. Like, how do I learn this new skill? And then it came to me, go back to school. You know, I don't have any children. It's just me. I work full time, but I can go to school at night. So I said, I'm going to go back to school, and I'm going to make this happen. Like, my schedule is not one where I can like go to school in the evenings, because I would get off at 8 p.m. and most evening classes start at 6, which is why the school I didn't cross my mind. Like, I was like, I need a new job before I can go back to school. I need a job in an office where I can do like 9 to 5, then get off and then like go to class. But then I said to myself, no, I'm going to go back to school, and I'm going to make this happen, and I'm going to manifest this. So that's what I did. I'm trying to remember if I applied for the program first or if I asked my job about my hours first. I think I did them simultaneously. So I started lighting candles, you know, lighting candles, writing down spells, names, people I need to cooperate with, sugar bowls, all that good stuff. And I applied to the program, you know, good luck charms, you know, this is the program that I want, this is the school that I want to get into, and of course did my own work, I believe I had to write a personal statement, and you have to get all your documents and submit that and everything like that. And then you have that little extra oomph of magic to help smooth out any obstacles. And then I went to my job, and I said, looked at my schedule and said, what can I do here to make this happen? Because the classes were two options. You go 5 days out the week, from 6 to 9, or that wasn't going to work for me with my 12-day schedule or 11 to 7 schedule. So then the other option was you go part-time, 2 days out the week, and the program runs a year versus 6 months, which I prefer actually, to have it run a longer period of time and slower pace, and on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now, and I did tons of research on like all the schools in Jersey, all the schools in New York. This is something like you have to put your full determination and effort into making this thing happen. Now, if I hadn't done that research, I wouldn't have found the school that was offering classes on a Thursday and a Tuesday. My off days are midweek, Wednesday, Thursday. So Thursday, I was already off. So all I had to do was make Tuesday happen. So what I had to do at that point was commit to a sacrifice. So the class started at 6. So the place where I work, it's constant news around the clock. So I basically took an overnight shift. So I have an insane schedule where on Mondays I work 11 to 7, and then at 2 a.m. on Tuesdays I am back to work again, and I get off at 10 a.m. and then I go to class at 6 p.m. Wednesday I'm off, and then on Thursday I'm off during the day, and then I go to class at night. So Monday into Tuesday is the more hectic thing, but I had to make that sacrifice. And then I saw an opportunity, created that door and worked the door. And now I've been in the program since October, and I realized this is what the tarot cards was telling me. This is the new skill that I have to learn, and it's going to be like a lot of hard work. Now, it's a paralegal program. So my original plan was I wanted to like get a job in the law office, and then like a 9 to 5, and then go to law school, evening classes. But I said, if I want to get a job in a law office, what steps do I have to do that? I have to become a paralegal. Then after I become a paralegal, then I can go to law school. Like you have to be realistic about what it is that you want to achieve, and then you have to be patient, and you have to take every little step that it takes to be able to manifest this thing, and you have to believe in it as well. Like I had to believe I was going to get the schedule that I needed to go to school. I had to believe that I was going to get accepted into the school, and that I had to tell myself that I am worthy, because a lot of the times we put blocks on ourselves by not believing that we're good enough, because of whatever circumstances that have happened in our life to pull us down. So I had to tell myself, I am bright, I'm brilliant, I'm worthy of this, I'm smart enough to do this, remind myself of my past achievements, of where I am now, and manifest that and make that happen. So that is where I am now, and that same gusto and ritual and belief system that I use to manifest where I am now, I want to continue that and put that into all areas of my life. So and create balance. So I kind of have this, a lot going on, and I need to learn how to create balance so that I don't get off track. And the message that I continue to get is, temperance, which also has the Saint Michael, also known as Ilegua. Temperance being the card that is the mixing of the spiritual world and the physical world. The Empress, I constantly get that card too. Tapping into the inner self for guidance, for answers, and to manifest. We are all manifesting our destiny, and we can do that in every single aspect of life. And I want to reach my full potential and my full power. And I want to take you guys on that journey with me and share with you guys. You know, share with me as well. I learn from your videos as well, and we can do this together and manifest as a community, as a universe, and become our better selves. So the things that I plan to focus on this channel during this new journey, spiritual and mundane journey. Let's see here. I have them all written down. Okay, so health, of course. Where's my other? Sorry, bear with me. Okay, so it's things that I've mentioned before on this channel, but now I'm going to actually put them into being. So there's the spiritual journey, health journey, academic journey, and the other one. Oh, and also just, it's a part of health, but I have an aspect of my channel that is beauty, so that's going to tie into that as well. I'm not forgetting about my hair, people. It's all tied together, like being your best self in all areas of life. So, okay, so health, diet, better eating, because that ties into the spiritual as well. Like, this shell has to be in the better condition that your physical being is in is the better condition that your spiritual being is in. What you eat, what you take into your body can make you feel alive, or it can make you feel like lethargic. You can create illness, you can create blockages, or you can eat things that give you life. And exercise, you know, is a part of that. You know, flushing out the body, getting closer to, when you flush out the body and remove impurities, you're removing blockages, and you can better tap into the spiritual realm. So I plan to do better eating. What I've been doing is kind of phasing meat out my diet, but not 100%, because my blood type, I've done some research on it, and they were omnivores, did a lot of like migrating around, and but I do notice that there are just some benefits to not eating meat all the time. So I'm trying to stick more to a vegetarian pescatarian diet, and I might eat meat once in a while. And also just incorporating more variety into the diet, to, you know, what foods help with your metabolism, what foods help cure sickness and disease, as well as herbs. What medicines can we make from food? That is the type of better dieting that I am interested in developing in my life. And my middle name actually means medical doctor, and my mom gave me that middle name. My first name means determined and willful, and this is my actual name, not Dances with Rain. The story behind Dances with Rain is in another video, but my middle name means medical doctor. So I've always been into like herbalism, and I said that was because my mom named me medical doctor. So in a sense, I kind of am, because everyone can be their own medical doctor, because there are so many foods and everything that resources that nature gives us that can allow us to heal ourselves. So those are the type of things that I want to tap into on this channel, like detoxing, seasonal detoxing, you know, teas for detoxing, foods for detoxing, soups for detoxing. I've done detoxes. It's an intense experience, but it's something that can heal your body. Your body is a self-healing machine. There are natural things you can do to heal cancer, you know, numerous ailments. So I'm going to tap into that. It also comes with health is beauty, honoring the goddess or God, and you know what we can do to preserve ourselves. The beauty is part of preserving yourself. You know, homemade natural products, things that you can do yourself, or I'm going to try to do a lot of stuff myself. And it's also good, it's economical, it's good to know what goes into your products and why not be self-sufficient. So that is also part of health, because what you put on your skin, what you put on your hair, is just like eating it. It's what you're putting on your body on a cellular level, on your epidermis. So that will also be a part of health. Okay. So what else do we have here? So I just want to create a lot of routine and what it is that I'll be doing as well. So academically, it's structure and routine, ways to improve on your life, scheduling. There's a video that I plan to do with you guys. I found some research online on all these, they call them the greats, like all these people like Beethoven, Charles Dickinson, you know, people who have accomplished so much, and what, you know, Freud, what their schedules were, what their eating schedule was, what their exercising schedule was, what their sleep schedule was, what their recreational schedule was, and you can kind of see what they did every day and how they were able to achieve and accomplish everything that they did. It's because they had that kind of structure, and it makes sense. If you want success, you need some level of structure. You have to kind of plan your day down to the minute, because there's time that we waste and so much time that can be taken advantage of, and you just need strategical planning so that you can accomplish what it is you want to accomplish, because life can be so hectic. And that is something that I'm going to work on and take you guys along with me in that journey as well on my channel. How I basically whip myself into shape with this strategical planning. Okay. In spiritual journey, just want to check my battery. Okay, 30 minutes before my computer crashes. But spiritual journey, me touching on all those things that I said before, being the manifester of destiny. I want to develop spiritual gifts, divination, being a medium, tapping into the spirit world. I am constantly getting messages that I need to develop that. I've got an omen. I'm not sure if I mentioned this in another video, but it was an omen from a Frenchman who just knew what I was and told me that I need to develop it. And I've had my own personal experiences with spirits in the spirit world, and I've been studying. I've been doing a lot of research through watching other mediums, and also you know, picking up terms, and now I want to focus, you know, in understanding the spirit world and how it works. I've done my study in that way, but what I want to focus now is on tapping into the spirit world and tapping into the spiritual guides in a way where, you know, it's very tangible, and learning how to do that and release any blocks, and getting more into the ancient ways of magic, the old ways of magic, the really that is something of where I want to take my journey. So I've decided that I'm going to do the year in the day journey and take you guys with me So it's going to be new learning. I'm going to get new tools, and take myself through that level, and then continue on from there. So that is going to be a big spiritual step for me. Um, Lots of research, and unlocking the mysteries. Okay, so I think that's everything that I wanted to share with you guys. Yes. So that is my update and the things that I plan to bring to this channel. And I also have an aspect of channel that's just like daily, just life and me, and just like a random kind of vlog. Um, I just because it's always interesting when you can like look into the lives of people and you can kind of like feel closer to them, or just see them on a level where everything is not so like polished and scripted. And I prefer my channel to be that way. So I will also plan to add to that aspect of my channel as well. So that's the update, guys. I don't want to make this video too long, but I prepared to see more of me posting, and hopefully we can go through this journey together, and the information that I share can be helpful to you guys, and I continue to get helpful information from you guys as well. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Blessed be.